Jeremy Corbell says that we're going to be told there's a big UFO coming, but that it's a lie. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, and one of the most recent episodes, I think episode 2 of season 2 of the UFO revolution, Jeremy is saying some interesting stuff that we are going to be fed some disinformation that there's a giant UFO coming in 2027. Okay, so let's get into his specific comments. I'm not going to play the actual clip, but thankfully, Joe Murgia has put up a transcription of it. Oh, it's actually episode 3. Jeremy says, you're going to be told that there is a craft on its way to Earth. That 100% is the lie you are going to be told. Your government now wants you to know one truth, and that truth is that UFOs are real. They've already told you. Sometimes when you want somebody to know a truth, it's so you can set them up to believe a lie, and that's coming. I have zero doubt that lie is coming. Producer, what is the lie? Corbell, specifically, you want me to say it right now? For real? Real? On camera? To put it in the show? Producer, yes. Jeremy is such a drama queen. I love it. Jeremy says, okay, one problem with that, if you tell the lie before it's told, they can adapt. And that's true. That makes perfect sense. That wouldn't be wise. I'll tell you privately, but I would really think about it if you want to put this in your show. For real. That's a real thing I'm telling you. So will you think about it before putting it in your show? Absolutely, says the producer. And you have to, is that scripted? I mean, surely they talked about this before they did this, right? Surely that's just Jeremy being dramatic, right? But I mean, who knows? Maybe they were just having a conversation and they were filming it and Jeremy's on the level here. I don't know. Jeremy says, okay, so UFOs are real, and they've been here a long time, and that's the truth. But the lie is coming. All indications, like all of them, is that the lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth, and that is the lie they're going to want you to believe. It's nuanced how they explain that. The true nature of that threat, and he's calling it a threat, or he's saying they're going to say it's a threat. But that 100% is the lie you're going to be told. You even got a date. People have been whispering a date for a long time now. I know where that lie comes from. I know specifically what document from the 70s initiated the idea of that lie. A classified document. That is the lie you will be told. You're going to be told that there is a craft on its way to Earth. That's the lie. Maybe I'm wrong, he says. I hope I'm wrong. I sent you 2 texts today with a year, 2027, not from me. Nope, I'm not going to propagate that lie. I'm not going to be part of it. I'm not going to say it on the camera. Everybody knows. Just start paying attention, and they'll change the date, especially if they see this. Things will change, because maybe I'm trustworthy. Maybe I'm worthy of your trust. Maybe I've told you the truth the whole way through it, and now you can verify it. If that's the case, then I'm effing dangerous. Okay, you're dangerous, Jeremy. He is. I mean, he's put out some videos that I don't think they wanted out. So, yeah, he and George are getting the truth out there, and they probably don't want that truth out there. People get on Jeremy for his grandstanding and for his theatrics, but, it tickles me. But he says, you've been told the truth about UFOs for a long time now. It's been pretty orchestrated. It's been pretty clear, and it's using people that are telling the truth and want to tell the truth. Ultimately, they want you to know something. They want you to know UFOs are real. Thank God we're finally there. We're all there now. They want you to know the truth. But why do they want you to know that truth now? I hope I'm wrong, but it's terrifying. Think about it. Maybe it's good to get ahead of it. Call it out now before they do. I'll be called crazy. That's okay. So yeah, let's talk about that. He is saying that they are going to call this approaching UFO or fake UFO a threat, and that it's coming in 2027, which is an interesting date, right? Because that's the date we've heard for mass contact for a while, either 2026 or 2027. People, like John Ramirez and Chris Bledsoe and others have put those dates out there that some mass contact event is going to happen during that time span. And here Jeremy is saying, well, this is when that false flag is going to be. So that's interesting. Which comes first, the false flag or the mass contact? Are they one and the same? I'm trying to unpack that. Maybe you can help me out, guys. Let me know what you think about that date in the context of these other claims that we've heard from people like John and Chris. But is this real information? Is this BS information that Jeremy is being fed? That's the question. Bob Lazar talked about getting briefing documents that he didn't have much faith in, seemingly. He believed there was some BS in those briefing documents, and maybe different people were giving different briefing documents, and they were, if somebody had leaked something, they would be able to trace the leak depending on, what the information they were leaking because of the briefing documents they had been given. So that's one possibility of some of the disinformation that those on the inside are given access to, that maybe they're given disinformation to trace a possible leak. But I don't think that explains it all. People like Tucker Carlson, he just the other day, he was talking about the mystery drones being orchestrated by a Chinese satellite that had been taken down. Well, to me, that's clearly BS. But Tucker got this from a source. He didn't just make this up. So was that source feeding him deliberate disinformation? Or, as I think more likely, that inside source was given disinformation because they want to spread disinformation. If you're not on the core of the UFO control group, if you're more on the periphery, it's likely you're going to get some disinformation because they don't want people to know the truth. That's my take on it. And they put different stories out there to color things and mix things up and confuse people. I don't think it's a Chinese satellite causing the mystery drones. I don't think it's an Iranian mothership. But these are some of the ideas that have been put out there, right? And those are BS ideas. But as far as specifically the false flag goes, and I think Werner von Braun, I'm probably saying that wrong, von Braun, was, I think, in the 1970s, he was talking about this. So that's interesting that could be what Jeremy Corbell is referring to, this documentation from the 70s. But yeah, toward the end of his life, essentially on his deathbed, von Braun was talking about a false flag alien attack and how the control group was going to use this false flag alien attack to consolidate its power and gain control. And that idea has been around for quite a long time. Project Bluebeam, whatever you want to call it. That idea has been around for a while. I don't have much faith in that idea because von Braun said this decades ago and it has not happened. Now, I do think because he believed that was likely and because others have come up with that notion over the years, that I think it's probably a likely contingency plan of the control group. If they see their control slipping, if they see the cat's about to get out of the bag, which it might very well be on his way to getting, maybe they would launch this false flag alien attack for whatever reason. Now, Jeremy Corbell is saying they're going to tell a truth to tell a lie, or tell a lie to tell the truth. In a way, they want us to wake up to the UFO reality, so they're going to tell us this. But he also says it's going to be a threat, which makes it seem like the false flag alien invasion. So it's hard to know exactly what Jeremy's talking about because we don't know the source of this information and specifically, what they were saying all this meant. And it's also very possible that Jeremy is right, that getting out ahead of this false narrative will change the narrative. They'll have to come up with some other idea to fool people into believing whatever they want people to think. And what do they want people to think? Do they want people to think that UFOs are a threat so that they can, gain power? And that is, the idea of the false flag alien invasion is that they would scare people about UFOs, and the one world order would rise and take over humanity. Now there's even some other ideas out there that they're actually working with beings, in the Galactic Federation, and they want this to happen because they want humanity united under one government. And, so that could be a thing that happens. And one idea that's out there is that UFOs or man-made UFOs pretending to be alien will attack various places and, scaring people into, forming this one world government. And now the UFO control group will rule the world. But they will be working with the Galactic Federation, and that was the goal all along. I really hope that's not a thing, because apparently a lot of deaths would have to happen for us to get there. And I would hope that the Galactic Federation, if it exists, would not be so cold-blooded. Now, is there a Galactic Federation? We don't know. We do know that people like Haim Eshed, Brigadier General of Israel, co-founder of Israel's space program, were saying that, yeah, that was a thing. And we've heard, that from various other sources over the years. And it makes a certain amount of sense. There does seem to be some coordination among the various races that are out there. They're not doing Phoenix lights during the daytime, right? There's various races doing various things. They've been here for a long time, but they're not doing major UFO flyovers of populated areas during the daytime. They're not doing mass abductions during the daytime. Etc. There seems to be some rules that they all follow, right? As there does seem to be some coordination, some overriding governmental structure, right? Something like that, right? So there seems to be something like the Galactic Federation out there. But are they working with the control group to fool humanity into forming a one world government? Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, I guess we'll see how things shake out. But again, I hope the Galactic Federation, if it exists, and if they are working with a control group, are not so cold-blooded. Are they working with a control group? Could that explain why so many abductees have seen government and military officials and personnel working alongside beings during abductions? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're just dealing with random groups and various factions, because there do seem to be various factions doing different things. I mean, they're working with some beings, but they're shooting others down. And how does that, go with the idea of some governing body, some galactic federation, them all following the same rules and so on? If they're, forcing humanity to be engaged in some sort of proxy war, or using us in a proxy war against each other, does that make sense? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. At any rate, the false flag alien agenda, the blue beam, whatever you want to call it, has been around for many years. It's likely a contingency plan of the control group. And, maybe we've reached that point. It is totally possible that we've reached that point. It's also possible that the control group wants information out there. They want the public to finally believe in UFOs. And so they might tell them that, hey, there is a UFO coming in 2027. When it comes, then that will be proof of the, ET is real. And then we can move on to the next step, right? So, that is totally possible. What worries me is Jeremy saying that this is a threat. Are they, going to stage an alien attack of some sort, or use this to create fear in people? Let me know what you guys think. Is there going to be a false flag alien attack? Are they going to use this UFO, this 2027 UFO, to create fear and to possibly form a one world government to unite against this bogus alien threat? And if you do gear people toward thinking of the aliens as a threat, how does that work with a one world government now peacefully treating with the Galactic Federation? Or was Jeremy just told a big whopper? Let me know what you think about it all. Do you believe in the false flag alien attack? Do you believe in this 2027 date? How do you think that works with the John Ramirez and Chris Bledsoe dates of 2026 or 2027 of this mass peaceful ET contact? Let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. I'm so glad I moved my microphone. I can move my hands now. This is awesome. Of course, now I got this big mic in my face now. But yeah, like and subscribe. There's plenty of other videos on the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.